Dun, 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 bum. Oh my goodness, we're having a bad hair day. And I'm glad you can see none of it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome. There's the year 2016. I was just talking about this yesterday. I was pretty sure that this was a 2016 game. Oh yeah, anyway. We were on case 4. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the stream. Face is Gislick, and we are currently playing Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter. Case 4. Chain reaction. Have fun. That is, once we get to the case selection. There we go. Now you can kick back and enjoy.
Holmes, you simply have to face up to it. You need to have a serious discussion with Kate about her origins.
I can't.
No more excuses. She will learn soon enough that Alice is leaving. This other hidden secret. She will not forgive you.
She does not need to know why.
No? So she will blame you for Alice's departure. Is that what you want?
No, I certainly... It's as Kate said, I always do the wrong thing where she's concerned.
Now look here. I'll take care of your case once we're back at Baker Street.
Cabby, why have we stopped?
The road to the square is blocked, sir.
Why?
There's been a bad road accident.
Oh, splendid.
We'd better hurry. There may be injured who need help. He has stopped breathing. There's no heartbeat. His pupils are constricted, but they are moving. He is still alive. I must act quickly to save him. Thank goodness. This man will live. Don't just stand there. Do something.
You gotta save people from dying now.
Don't worry, I'm okay.
Next up.
There are no wounds or injuries.
I'd better...
There are no wounds or injuries.
I'd better call for Watson.
Oh, I see.
Perhaps Holmes will find a way to free this poor man.
I get it.
I see no visible injuries. Perhaps I could use ammonia.
Oh, my head. Oh, I feel dizzy.
Maybe I should. Oh. Okay. Can we just appreciate how the game actually continues and doesn't just sit still? I want to try again. Except this time, we're going into the building. Hi to anyone new here, this is Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter. And we're at case 4, chain reaction. To which we don't know the crime yet, but we have a very good idea of what it may be.
Holmes, you simply have to face up to it. You need to have a serious discussion with Kate about her origins.
I can't.
No more excuses. She will learn soon enough that Alice is leaving. This other hidden secret. She will not forgive you.
She does not need to know why.
No? So she will blame you for Alice's departure. Is that what you want?
No, I certainly... It's as Kate said, I always do the wrong thing where she's concerned.
Now look here. I'll take care of your case once we're back at Baker Street.
Cabby, why have we stopped?
The road to the square is blocked, sir.
Why?
There's been a bad road accident.
Oh, splendid.
We'd better hurry. There may be injured who need help.
Okay.
He has stopped breathing. There's no heartbeat. His pupils are constricted, but they are moving. He is still alive. I must act quickly to save him.
No heartbeat, still alive.
Thank goodness. This man will live. Holmes, don't just stand there. Do something.
Fallen cupboard. Strong fire, too hot to enter. Oh. Man requires evacuation. Bucket of water with rainwater. So hold on. What are we supposed to do?
It's too hot to go in there. Please! Help!
Not injured. Trapped leg. Solid metal, heavy weight. We can use this as a lever.
Thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me.
Oh no. You know what the problem is? I haven't seen a viable way to enter here.
Area, sir.
I would have died if not for you.
And no, really, how am I supposed to enter here? I'm so confused. So, going by logic, I should be using the bucket, right? Because soaking yourself should cool you down. Or something along those lines. At least prevent from going aflame immediately. Like, it makes total sense.
Holmes, you simply have to face up to it. You need to have a serious discussion with Kate about her origins.
But I need to figure out how to
No more
click
excuses.
the bucket.
She will learn soon enough that Alice is leaving.
Not the bottom.
This other hidden secret. She will not forgive you.
She does not need to know why.
No? So she will blame you for Alice's departure.
I'm
Is that
afraid
what you want?
we might have to
No,
replay this cinematic a few times.
It's as Kate said, I always do the wrong thing where she's concerned.
Now look here. I'll take care of your case once we're back at Baker Street.
Cabby, why have we stopped?
The road to the square is blocked, sir.
Why?
There's been a bad road accident.
Oh, splendid.
We'd better hurry. There may be injured who need help. He has stopped breathing. His pupils are constricted, but they are moving. He is still alive. I must act quickly to save him.
That should be the end of it.
Thank goodness. This man will live. Holmes, don't just stand there. Do something.
Okay, quickly now. Obstacle, fallen cupboard. Bucket of rainwater, short-term heat protection. Unconscious man requires evacuation. Stone fire, too hot to enter. Oh, finally! I was hoping I could never do that. Expecting. Not hoping. Let's drag him out. I think this qualifies for safety.
Thank you so much.
Please! Help! Please move to a safer area, sir.
I would have died if not for you.
Okay. We should focus on this guy. The unconscious passenger. No door handle. Door hinges could be broken. I see an axe. We'll use the axe. Okay, there's 3 people. No visible wounds, not injured. Leg underneath, trapped. Solid metal body, heavy weight. Wooden plank could be used as a lever. Let's do that. And with the cart lifted.
Thank you for saving
Okay.
I need help! Please help me. My leg. I'm certain of what's...
Light bleeding. Bleeding will stop naturally. Legs underneath horse's body, trapped. Also, handsaw can cut scaffolds. I can't help but feel like I'm ignoring something.
I could remove a part of the scaffold. I need help!
Thanks for your help.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm okay.
There are no...
I'd better...
But there's 3 injured people. And I don't know where number 3 is. Oh wait, I think I do have an idea. Let's start here.
I see no visible injuries. Perhaps I could use ammonia.
Oh, my head. Oh, I feel dizzy.
I thought I was done for.
Please help me. My leg.
My name is Dr. Watson. Let me examine you.
I need help!
What's with Mr. I'm okay?
It hurts!
There's some extreme bruising. No bones appear to be broken. I think that an improvised bandage will do for now. One moment, and I'll fetch what I need. Now, let me apply the bandage.
Oh god. Wow.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor. Oh, my shoulder.
I'm a doctor. Will you allow me to look at your shoulder?
Oh.
Ouch! Thank you for your help.
Now that should be all of them.
Holmes, it appears the police have arrested someone. Perhaps it is the person responsible for this disaster.
Let me go. You're talking nonsense.
Insulting a police constable, eh? That's quite enough.
What's happening here, Constable?
Mr. Holmes, this gentleman here is the fellow who built the scaffolding which collapsed and caused this accident.
That ain't true.
How were you hurt?
This hammer hit me on the leg.
How?
It flew out from the scaffolding I put up. When the damn thing collapsed, the hammer flew out and cost me
You
leg.
were standing over there at the time.
Oh, aye. Yeah, that's right.
So it would not have been possible for him to bring the scaffolding down, Constable.
Perhaps it was poorly constructed.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And what made it fall? Perhaps it was you, waving around that rotten stick of yours.
You'll wind up getting a taste of it if you carry on like this.
One moment, Constable. The scaffolding here has been entirely dislodged. It is unlikely that this disaster could have been the fault of this gentleman. Allow me to inspect the area, and if you could possibly be of use, close off the surrounding section. Do not grant anyone access, nor allow them to leave. Is that quite clear?
Absolutely, Mr. Holmes.
This accident is a little unusual. I need to concentrate on the details. I must include all the participants in the accident sequence.
My poor leg.
Alright, so...
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now. I'm in shock.
That's quite fine.
This carriage was struck by the scaffold when it fell. This mechanism played a part in the accident, I'm sure of it. Good day to you, sir. Would you mind answering some questions? I'm investigating this accident. Are you the driver of this cart?
Yeah. I was transporting vegetables from my farm to the London market.
What can you tell me about the accident?
I don't know. There was a collision. I felt the ground. I come over all dizzy.
What did you collide with?
That contraption up in front of me. He stopped all of a sudden, and I tried to avoid him, but I wasn't quick enough.
Do you have any idea what might have caused this cab to stop so sharply?
No idea.
The pumpkins fell here after the sprung cart collided. Those wardrobes fell like dominoes. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
It all happened so quickly. There was an explosion, and my horse startled and threw me back against those wardrobes.
This jaunting car would be capable of travelling at great speed.
pumpkin, huh? Wait, have they fallen out of here? I don't know if I find it likely.
An old sprung cart, which has seen better days. The old gas lamps in this square have been upgraded to electricity. A puddle of water and electricity, a deadly combination. I won't be able to release it with my bare hands.
That takes care of the electricity.
This technical cab was involved in this tragic accident.
This is an absolute disaster.
Yes, it is. Actually, it's absolute sheer luck that he stopped where he did. Not to mention when he did. Right, I see no witnesses. Although, could people inside the houses have seen anything?
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
No, you can't. Go away.
This horse was blinded by the flag, causing it to bolt into the window.
The overturned lamps may well have caused the fire and explosion.
A dead driver, another victim of the explosion. Celebratory bunting. A common fate, an uncommon location. This cab was set on fire by the explosion at the lamp shop. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
It all happened so quickly. There was an explosion, and my horse startled and threw me back against those wardrobes.
Celebratory bunting. This cab hit the scaffold and caused it to fall.
But we're missing something, aren't we?
What do you make of this accident, Holmes?
I tell you, but I'm still inspecting the site, Dr. Watson.
Mr. Holmes?
My poor leg. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now. I'm in shock.
The good gentleman is still in shock. Are we missing something? I think we have enough to put a scene together, perhaps. Let me just check something. Yeah, anyway, we have a map of the accident. But it feels like we're missing an element here. There's something that feels oddly connected.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
It all happened so quickly. There was an explosion, and Miles startled and threw me back against those wardrobes.
Let's see. I imagine there was a pumpkin and a bug involved. That then triggered the mechanism. Causing the counterweight to fall. The platform to go up as a result. There's something missing here. What was on the platform? More specifically. An axe?
That's it.
Then judging by the trajectory, and these cut ropes.
The rope holding the bunting was torn apart. A large section of it is now missing. I believe I've enough information about this accident. Now let's recreate the sequence of events.
I believe this cart stopped first. Which caused him to veer off. Knocking a pumpkin into the mechanism, which then cut this rope, blinding this man's horse, causing another accident here.
All the participants in the accident sequence.
But hold on, in the meanwhile, this scaffolding fell. Because these two happened pretty much simultaneously. So the scaffolding fell onto this cart. Or more specifically, this horse.
I must include all the participants in the accident sequence.
In the meanwhile, the horse broke into here.
Include all the participants in the accident sequence.
Oh, this one might have been spooked by an axe actually, and this one blinded. That is quite a good point.
include all the participants in the accident sequence.
This horse didn't die but got spooked, wanted to flee, obviously. Due to the cart's trajectory, it knocked these over like dominoes, which essentially knocked the lamp over. Basically frying this horse. I think that's it.
That's it. The technical cab's sudden halt caused this disaster, but the lamppost fell down afterwards. So why did the cab stop?
Let's find the electrical cab. Ha, that was horrible. But let's have a look-see here. Dog tattoo?
Tattoo. I suspect it's from a gang. This man was killed by electricity, as shown by the distinct mark on his hand. This man was armed with a revolver. Webley, I suspect. There's a metal strapping.
That's a good point.
This cab was painted recently. There is some text underneath the paint here. Could be important. I'll need to find a way to remove this fresh paint.
Same tattoo. Same cause of death. Sticky licorice. Muddy boots.
Rasco. Yes, I know him. He's a small-time local criminal. Some kind of solvent. A piece of fabric drenched in solvent.
We can use that to clean the side of the cab.
A pneumatic hammer. Mud. Oof, smells bad.
Electric railway underground. Company of London.
Underground Electric Railways Company of London.
Something in a puddle? A wire.
There is some electrical wiring here beneath the manhole.
Does it lead into the house? Might be a good idea to follow it. It goes over this door, as you do, and into this building. Okay, we're gonna need a 1 and a 3.
There's no space for this lockpick.
Is there a good way to make this work? Maybe there's a... This one might do.
I've not seen such a device before.
Hello there. Very interesting. Wait, so... Uh-huh.
The electrical charge which affected the technical cab came from here.
So what do you guys think happened exactly?
I can see the technical cab very well from here.
You already see there was an electrical charge involved. That must have sparked up and spooked the horse. Women are now allowed to smoke in public, the court declares. Today, Magistrate Adcox ruled that it is no longer a crime for a woman to smoke in a public area in London, at least. He then proceeded to discharge Mary Towson, Edna Custer, and Elsie Watkin, 3 ladies who had been smartly arrested for smoking in Trafalgar Square.
single glass containing traces of alcohol. An open bottle of cheap wine.
Was somebody having a party?
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now. I'm in shock.
My poor leg.
Holmes, I was looking for you. I have an idea about the accident.
Never mind. This one is murder.
What?
What?
You? You're the murderer,
You're
eh?
off your head.
Are you sure, Holmes?
Oh yes. A murder and an accident, because the killer, by electrocuting the cab, created this chaos. And so this multiple crash is now our great chance.
Our great chance? Of what, Holmes?
The culprit could not have planned for this to happen, don't you see? And it is possible that he is still here due to the prompt arrival of the police. Now I see 5 men who could be our murderer. Let us take a look at the map.
And he had position to watch a square. Daily local worker. Who else? None of these guys. They're just people trying to get through here. Nobody could have left us fast. Could be a pedestrian not wounded during accident, angry and nervous, distant from apartment. Could be a suspect. Could deliberately smash into wardrobes. Is a cab driver. What about this man? Close to the apartment, could deliberately disturb the lifting mechanism. Was injured. I don't think he's a suspect. Because he's our cab driver. What about this guy? I still suspect the guy being distant, but let us think about this. I believe these two are carriage drivers. However, they're both drivers, right? Yeah, they were too preoccupied to take part in activating the mechanism. The other guys, however... Why is selection so awkward on a DS4? DS3 as well. I sometimes had difficulties activating the upper left option. Because it was A, placed so awkwardly, B, the diagonal input would register for some reason. Probably because it needed a left or an upper input. But yeah, we have 3 suspects.
That's it.
Let's talk to the policeman. Constable.
I've not seen a traffic accident like this before.
Constable, I suspect 3 people here. Take them to Scotland Yard for questioning.
As long as I don't leave empty-handed, all's good and well.
I know that look, Holmes. Have you found something new?
That's right. In order to trap the cab, the killer must have known the precise route it would take. Or even, that could suggest the cab must have set out not far from here, in this very street, perhaps.
Remarkable. Holmes, I'm terribly sorry, but I must go to the hospital now to help tend to the wounded.
I understand, Watson.
But don't forget our earlier discussion. About Kate.
Never mind Kate right now. Where did this technical cab come from?
This crank has been turned.
What's here?
Mud. Oof, smells bad. There was a collision here.
Find something new every 2 steps. Wait, could that collision have been from the technical cab?
The lock was forced.
A
trail of mud goes through the entire room.
snake nest and conspiracy in the district of Saint Victor. While in the act of demolishing an old house, masons have uncovered a nest of snakes which has spawned upwards 100 squirming reptiles. These reptiles still inhabit the bottom of a well, long since dried up. In the middle of the snake nest there was the skeleton of a child who had likely plunged down the well to his or her death. Surprisingly, the skeleton in question was still holding a red Morocco portfolio, much disintegrated apart from one legible strip of paper which read, "Do not reveal the plot." I would argue that this is the appropriate lockpick. Oh wait, I see. Yep. And now we need a second lockpick.
There's no space for this lockpick.
Yes.
A workshop. Saleable items are produced here.
Now this workshop is somehow related to the entire accident.
Mud. Oof, smells bad.
And there's a lot of mud here. Is there something underneath the carpet?
It looks as though the carpet was placed here intentionally.
Exactly. A manhole.
An old access point to the sewers.
Let's have a quick look around. We are likely to find nothing. I guess we're going down to the sewers. For anyone new here, we're currently playing Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter, a Sherlock Holmes game from 2016, the most recent one in fact. Currently on case 4, chain reaction, where one technical cab from the Railways Company of London has been led into causing an accident by unknown means, and then triggered a wire trap that may or may not have electrocuted a horse. We're not sure at this point, but it did cause the cab behind him, a pumpkin cart, to veer off route, activate a lever mechanism, send an axe into a rope layered with British flags, spooked one horse, blinded the other, caused the other one to explode an entire fireworks shop, which killed one horse, spooked the other, caused the spook horse to crash a cart into a line of cupboards that then knocked over a lamp and electrocuted the initial horse belonging to the cart that caused the accident. For good. And we found the mechanism that the wire trap was connected to, but we're still missing the cause of the actual accident, or crime if you will. It's a little bit of both. Are we going the right way? Who knows? I just went left. Going left is usually a safe bet. There's an entire law about this. Now what's this contraption? It regulates the water level. This might well open the door. Is this one of those puzzles? Oh, never mind. Spontaneously, an idea came to me that we might use this as a bridge to get across. Given the height, it would be wise to set the water level to a half. What's down here? Oh, we could balance across to further regulate the water level. Maybe just something higher. Let's balance across. Carefully keeping left and right analog stick within the circle. Let's set it to 0 actually. Because chances are we will have to very much relocate. Wait. Huh? Let us see what's up this ladder. Nothing. Oh, we can't get up there because it's broken, more specifically. Oh, that's terrible. Can we... Thank you. Is there something up here that may help us? What's this lever for? It's for this ladder. Oh, the pipes there might actually help us scale the ladder. No, was I hoping too much? Let's see. We will not be able to straight up jump across to the crate with barrels. So we have to set the water level to a half. Balance our way across. Ideally not fall down. I'll say one thing about this game. I have played Crimes and Punishments, and this one by far surpasses it. Alright. What do we have here?
A red powder. Given the circumstances, most probably iron oxide. Or just rust. Magnesium strips.
What are these for? Oh.
Metal powder. Looks like aluminium.
The lighting just changed. Is this a bank vault? Is this the true motive of the crime?
So, it was the goal of Rasco's gang to rob the bank.
And all of a sudden, we found our motive. My, what a surprise. Well, likely an unexpected surprise if you read the corresponding book, I imagine, but...
The thieves have opened almost all of the deposit boxes. They must have taken a great many valuables. The iron wall of the vault has been melted through. Still warm. The thieves have opened almost all of the deposit boxes. They must have taken a great many valuables.
This could be useful.
An old map of the sewers with a red cross.
What is the red cross for? All I know is we get to it when we cross the bridge, and then take a left from there.
This vault belongs to the Bank of England.
My. So the cross must be the stash where they hid the money that they will then relocate later on. At least I suspect that is the case. And by crossing these bridges, taking a left somewhere here. We should be able to find it. Through here. Whoa!
These barrels are empty and unsealed. All of the licorice has been eaten. Murad, that's a popular brand of cigarette. This cigarette stub is dry. It was discarded fairly recently. The tobacco's aroma is still strong. It's sweet and nutty.
I have a sudden memory from, I think it must have been the previous game. Where you had to somehow assemble the smell of tobacco. And through that identify the actual cigarettes. Or tobacco brand, rather.
Metal rings. They're used to hold the barrel in one piece. A banknote. Dry, so it hasn't been here very long. The thieves used these barrels for the loot, which they then threw into the water. I need to warn Lestrade about this.
And the funny thing about the tobacco minigame in question that I'm mentioning is you had to genuinely assemble a ship out of smoke to make out the brand of tobacco. It was the dumbest puzzle I've ever encountered. I'm glad we didn't have to go through something like that here. And I'm not saying that because I had trouble. I mean, I did in the end perfectly and capably manage to assemble the ship out of the fumes smoke, but that doesn't make it any less dumb. I guess we should report our findings. Should we go to Scotland Yard? It's probably the wisest thing to do. Because at Scotland Yard, all we know so far is electrocution. That's not very helpful. But at Scotland Yard, we'll be able to come up with something more conclusive than what we already found.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, we have a slight problem.
What happened?
One of the suspects, Mr. Reginald Butcher, has escaped. It was after we asked him to put his belongings in the evidence room. I'm sorry.
How did he escape?
He hit me in the face. Took me by surprise, you know, otherwise
Of course. That's all?
Just before he left the yard, he shouted, "Sorry, I'll come back later."
Sorry, I'll come back later.
He could have said that without punching me.
Is Inspector Lestrade here?
No, he will be absent for a couple of days. Can we keep this incident between us?
Will he actually be back though? Did he return to the scene of crime?
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes. calm down. At your service, Mr. Holmes.
One of them escaped, but did he actually escape through here? Gosh.
The belongings of the victims, Rasco and his acolyte.
Hello there.
Rasco is fond of licorice. Huh. The licorice was found both at the sewers and amongst Rasco's belongings. A normal pocket knife. A normal pocket knife. A standard deck of playing cards. A Webley revolver. A police report about Rasco. He's only a minor criminal.
Also known as Rasco, leader of a small local gang, whose members can be identified by the gang's motif, a dog tattoo. The good man's name is Mauricio Alfredo Vicente. The gang has been involved in frequent violence, robbery, pickpocketing, etc. Whatever etc. may be.
A book. Karl Heinzen's 1848 Der Mord, with a bookmark. This terrible passage is apparently appreciated by Garrett.
If you have to blow up half a continent and create a bloodbath in order to destroy the barbarians' party, you can be deemed to possess neither scruples nor conscience. Anyone who would not happily sacrifice his own life for the honor of exterminating a million barbarians is not a true Republican. I agree, such clear-sightedness. Alright. Dear Mr. Garrett, we are obliged to inform you that despite your expropriation, you are still in debt to a considerable sum of money. We request that you contact our payment service as soon as possible. Otherwise, we shall be obliged to involve the police in this unfortunate matter. Signed, Mrs. Stewart, Financial Director, Bank of England.
Electrical wires. This terrible passage.
This already makes Garrett a prime suspect.
Murad, quite a popular brand of cigarette. Thick leather gloves. They're probably insulated.
They might all be involved. Heck. Benjamin, my son. I would be so pleased if you could join me and help lead our next charity banquet, which is due to take place on Sunday after the service. Your goodwill brings such joy, and I know that I may rely upon you. I remember how your life began in sin, your feeling rejected and alone in the world, and how you turned to the criminal path. But you found the strength within you to make a change. You became a good man. Our Lord will have mercy upon you. I shall always be happy to see you in our church, my son. God bless, Pastor Gordon.
Whiskey. Of poor quality. My life has changed thanks to Pastor Gordon and my faith. The initials MB.
Mr. Butcher, we have the most excellent news for you. Please arrange to visit the hospital as soon as possible so that we may conclude this matter. P.S. Her condition is stationary. Dr. Matthew Smith, Great Ormond Street Hospital, London. I have a wild suspicion Now, ladies, gentlemen, tinfoil hats on, please. I suspect that the bank had been robbed to make up for a hospital payment. So that the doctors could fix MB up properly. Make her walk again, whatever it is. I suspect that the money may have been to pay these bills.
This letter from yesterday perhaps explains why Butcher was in such a hurry. At any rate, I now have an exact address.
Dear Mr. Butcher, your repeated absence, which is compounded by your delays with existing workload, simply cannot continue. You are responsible for a number of serious errors that your colleagues have found themselves compelled to rectify. We are sorry for this present situation, as you have always been an exemplary employee. We understand the complication of your personal situation, but if you are unable to correct your behavior in the immediate future, we shall be forced to terminate your employment. Signed by the directors of the Underground Electric Railways Company of London.
Reginald Butcher had problems with his job. This pen is an expensive one, but it isn't new. Reginald Butcher is fond of sweets.
Aren't they all fond of sweets? Oh, anyway. Butcher used to be a criminal in the past. The electrocution. Someone knew about the bank robbery and managed to kill members of Resco's gang immediately afterwards. Hold on. Is this a criminal case or a vigilante case? Oh my. Bank of England was robbed by the Resco gang. It is a bank where Thomas Garrett has a large debt. Anarchists oppose the state, capitalism and market relations, but Thomas Garrett is a debt to the bank. Which leads us to two conclusions. Is he an anarchist set out to destroy the bank instead of robbing it? Or has he allied himself to the Resco gang in order to take a vengeance on the Bank of England? We don't know. We only know this much. We know that there's an anarchist.
Locked.
Take it there's nobody and nothing in the morgue. Let's talk to our two suspects. Starting with...
Please, escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation.
I'm Benjamin Fowler, and I was arrested by mistake. I swear it.
You have not been arrested, Mr. Fowler. You are here as a witness.
Oh, but I saw nothing. I swear. Let me go.
Let's first make a portrait of the good man. Starting with... Doctor 2. He's religious, I imagine. Given what you found on him so far. Manual walker. Emperor's bandage. Injured leg. Yellow nails. Very much so smoker. Benjamin Fowler, a man in his 40s, is a manual worker. He is involved in the reconstruction work of the statue in a square, which explains his presence at the scene of the accident and his resulting leg injury. Mr. Fowler is a doctor too. A gang member's mark, which he attempts to hide. Yellow nails identify him as a heavy smoker. He is a religious man.
Could you tell me what you were doing at the scene of the accident?
I was working on the square's statue. I work for the council, I swear it.
Do you ever work with electricity?
Yes, sometimes. I repair electric lampposts, but I'm not a specialist. I swear it. It's new, isn't it? And complex and dangerous.
I understand.
Mr. Holmes, I know you're a great detective and you understand me, so please let me go. I know nothing, I swear.
Yes, you swear it, I know. Mr. Fowler, does the name Rasco ring any bells with you?
First time I ever heard it, I swear.
Then what about the Doctor too?
But your tattoo resembles his. You are in his gang, are you not?
No. It was a long time ago. I already forgot. I swear it. I just picked a few pockets for him when I was a young fellow. But I ain't proud of what I did. All my family, my parents, my brothers, dogs and cats all died when I was a lad. I wouldn't have survived otherwise.
He could be a specialist. Yeah, he could be not a specialist. Or his work could have enabled him to create a deadly trap for the cab. But it doesn't really connect him to the anarchists in any way, so... it's not like we can necessarily create a conclusion out of that. There's a possible conclusion that Mr. Fowler is a murderer. But, that's not necessarily the conclusion that we're looking for. Most likely not at all. Let's talk to the other gentleman here.
Please, escort this suspect for interrogation.
Specifically, I believe this is Thomas Garrett.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Thomas Garrett. Why am I here?
You are a witness to murder.
Of course. Well, it wouldn't be the first time that the police jailed an innocent man in order to close a case.
No one has been charged yet.
Yet.
Pale face, very likely ill considering he's coughing so much. Anarchist symbol? Poverty? Silicosis? Electrical burn from working with electricity? Thomas Garrett is an aggressive person who wears the symbol of the anarchist. He dislikes the police and most probably all authority. It is obvious that he is poor and his clothes are old and worn. Mr. Garrett exhibits black sputum for his coughing, which is a symptom of silicosis. Garrett is ill. A specific burn upon his finger reveals that he must work with electricity.
Did you perhaps see anything in particular during or after this disaster?
Yes, I saw part of your bourgeoisie burn up and explode. It was spectacular.
Why did you remain in the square? Why not seek shelter?
Like the rest of the sheep, there were some wounded comrades, workers. I wanted to help them.
You have a severe cough. Are you suffering?
It's only a cold.
Why not be honest with me? You are spitting up black fluid.
Ah, well observed. Yes, I have enough coal dust in my lungs to fuel an entire London district.
You were a miner then?
Since the age of 13, yes. At the Newcastle mines. 15 years of hell. Those were bloody times. But now it's over. I don't want to die in those holes like my father and my brothers did, in order to line the pockets of the rich.
Do you have any electrical knowledge?
How do you know about that? You a mind reader?
There are electrical wires amongst your belongings.
Clever. Yes. I teach electrics to my comrades, since I'm currently without paid work. I'm self-taught, so we're not as dumb as you might think. And I don't want to work for bosses anyway.
So the conclusions so far are that Fowler or Garrett are the murderer. However, we should continue our investigation because I'll be honest, this is a Sherlock Holmes game. What are the odds Reginald Butcher is the murderer? I would argue a lot higher than Mr. Fowler and Mr. Garrett. Now, don't get me wrong. They're clear suspects, but this is a Sherlock Holmes game. It is usually the final suspect you find.
I'm apparently in the children's ward. I'm apparently in the children's ward.
I'll be looking for something or someone specific. Oh, okay.
Merrill Butcher.
Yes, that is her, officer.
A young woman lost her life. Mr. Butcher's wife.
Mr. Butcher, I can confirm that we are willing to admit your daughter into care of a hospital. You'll be responsible for the travel expenditure, naturally taking all appropriate precautions due to the delicate state of your daughter. Additionally, you must attend to any accommodation costs and all medical attention. The final bill cannot be summarized within this letter. It will depend, of course, upon your daughter's condition. But I must warn you that the sum may be considerable. Dr. K.O. Medin, Karolinska University Hospital, Stockholm.
Admission file at Karolinska University Hospital in Stockholm.
Now, I hate to be a dick, but this is exactly what motivated the crime. It is. Just you watch.
Mr. Reginald Butcher, I've come from Scotland Yard. Might we talk?
All right, but not too loudly. She's finally asleep.
Is she your daughter?
My pretty little Merrill. She's very ill. Now look, I'm sorry I ran, but I had to see Dr. Blowberry today and the policeman wouldn't listen.
Don't worry, I understand now.
He's a railway worker, that's for certain. Let's assume he was once prosperous. Wedding ring, married. Recently cleaned shoes. And bracelet. Must be from his daughter. Reginald Butcher, a married man, holds the position of railway worker. He is depressed due to the illness of his daughter, of whom he is extremely fond. His shoes are shining. They have no doubt been recently cleaned. His expensive waistcoat, now in shabby condition, reveals that he was previously a prosperous man. Mr. Butcher loves his daughter and is not ashamed to wear a child's bracelet to display his affection.
Can she be cured?
It'll take a long time, but I'm confident that we'll win this fight. I can't bear to think otherwise.
Yes, it's probably just a question of money.
What are you talking about? It's a question of willpower, and my daughter will win.
I do hope so. Although the treatment at the Karolinska University Hospital is very expensive.
Yeah, it's our only hope. Thanks to the good Dr. Blowberry, she finally has a bed. We're going out next week. It's our last chance. Do you have children?
Yes, I have a daughter too.
We'd sacrifice our lives for our children, would we not?
Yes. Of course, yes. What do you do for a living, Mr. Butcher?
I work at the office of the Underground Electric Railways Company.
Then you must be familiar with electrical devices.
I am indeed. Why do you ask?
It is of no consequence, but tell me, what are the reasons behind the problems you're experiencing at work?
Problems? What do you mean?
You have already received a written warning.
Yes. I'm often late to work. My boss doesn't understand my situation. It's difficult since my daughter became ill.
I see. Coincidentally, we found one of your company's cabs in the square where the accident occurred.
Really? Why was it there?
I have no idea. Do you?
No. But a week ago we had a technical cab stolen, along with its tools. Do you think that could be the one?
It's possible.
Is there an implication that might suggest that both of them could have conspired to create this trap? I mean, I guess there's no achievement to come to all possible deductions. From what I could tell. However, okay, I guess they do exclude each other quite a lot. But come on, it's obvious that Butcher, and that Mr. Butcher is the murderer. And now we can condemn him. I guess we have to absolve him so that he can save his daughter's life, because I don't know, I guess we can't trust anybody to fulfill his wishes while he's in prison. Which feels bad, man. So much as I'd like to put him behind bars and it's appropriate, we'll have to go for Softy.
Mr. Butcher.
Shh. She's finally asleep. I knew you'd
You
return.
should go to Stockholm with your daughter. You will save her. I've made my decision. Leave now.
You understand, I was forced to do all this.
Perhaps you were.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Goodbye.
Obviously, it was the correct conclusion. Because it was obvious from the get-go. Or not necessarily from the get-go, but the second we saw the handkerchief and read the letter about the daughter, it immediately became obvious that the motive for robbing the bank was in fact the daughter's treatment. I believe there's quite possibly one more case. and then that's the ending of the game.
Holmes, at last you're back. We can't find Kate.
What?
She went for her lesson, but the teacher says that Kate never arrived.
Mrs. Hudson!
She's gone out to ask around the neighborhood. I hope she'll be back soon, Holmes.
My goodness. Alright, first
Jack,
things first.
Are you here? No.
Not now.
Kate!
Hey Holmes, you need to repair your window just yet, because this is not over, you filthy scum. Do you think that putting Percy behind the bars will save you? We are many, and you won't be able to track us all. Signed by Anonymous. Gosh heckin' darn it. Mr. Holmes, I can never thank you enough for all that you have done. I must live with all I did, but you understood me. Mr. Merrill, my Merrill is recovering slowly. Today she managed to eat a little soup. I cried. We have good hope that she will live. Signed by Reginald Butcher. This is bad.
She was writing something here. Kate took her diary. What happened here? Why would she take her suitcase? Why was it left open? She took all of her favorites. They packed her things and left. I don't understand. What's that? The sound came from Alice's room. Alice! Kate! Kate! Where are you?
You never do anything right!
Highgate Cemetery. What is happening?
I've had enough of you not caring about me! You don't understand anything! I wish Alice would adopt me!
Alice? Where is my daughter?
Your daughter? You don't have one, Mr. Holmes. You never did.
My God! My daughter, what did you do to her?
What you could never do. I made her happy.
I don't care what you think. Where is Kate?
You fool. You're useless to her. Why even bother?
Holmes, stop that!
I'll make her talk.
We don't need her. Just use your skill. I'll take care of her.
She's angry, mourning. There's a train ticket. use chalk.
This will not change anything, Mr. Holmes.
This is what I heard from upstairs. Alice entered through here.
Bruh.
I remember this place from my last visit. It's different now. Something was taken from here.
Wait, William Hamilton's portrait? Cancel the chair, phonograph. Oh yeah, this is definitely missing. The chair used to have candles right here. There used to be a grimoire. What else? Table of practice used to be here. And there used to be a phonograph right here.
Portrait of Alice's father, William Hamilton, and some items required to conduct a séance are missing.
What can we deduce from this? Alice might have performed a spiritual seance to talk to her father, William Hamilton. It's a possibility that she's been to the cemetery, which means that Alice may have visited the Highgate Cemetery this morning to the crypt of her father, William Hamilton, where she's performed a spiritual seance in order to talk to him. Did she take Kate with her as well? Is the question.
The lead goes to the cemetery. Watson, keep an eye on her.
Oh man, all of a sudden his voice got very manic.
Kate! Are you here? Kate. On the crossing. Trampled by feet. Of 4 others. Find the crypt. Go to the old cemetery. Find the crypt. Earth-digging giant. Scholar of Rose. These writings constitute a single message, a guide. Kate's diary.
I'm with Alice at the cemetery. We're going to speak to her father. The ceremony scares me, of course, but I'm excited too. I shouldn't allow myself to feel scared, as what is to follow will be even scarier. She's so beautiful. She has prepared the candles to portray. She looks so relaxed. I cannot prevent myself from trembling. She begins. She calls him. She's turning in on herself. And she's muttering. I cannot understand as she speaks a strange language. She's holding chalk sticks in both of her hands. I'm trembling. I cannot help it. Her eyes are white, her movements are convulsive, as one in the throes of death. She doesn't see me, she begins to speak as him. And it's horrible. I want to cry. She's writing everywhere with both sticks of chalk.
Where do we find him, Father?
Alice, my daughter.
Alice?
I know the answer to your question.
I can't believe that Alice made my little girl go through all this. Damned woman! Alice brought them to perform the ritual. Those candles have been alight for almost 3 hours. That's where Alice's father was buried.
Is there anything else here? Or should we pass through the door already? In which we'll find... who knows what.
Kate! Oh my god. It's Alice's father, mummified.
Snake's nests and conspiracy. In the district of St. Victor, while in the act of demolishing an old house, masons have uncovered a nest of snakes, which has spawned upwards 100 of scoring reptiles. We have already read that, and it said, do not reveal the plot.
Stormer. Madame Destiny.
Whoa.
Stormer. A map of British rivers. Alice keeps her father's belongings in this room, even the canteen from his boat. It's Alice's father, mummified. Alice sleeps here. Alice is not merely peculiar, she is mentally ill. I hope Kate didn't see this. This witch. Alice, she brought my daughter even further. They followed this direction in this message. They went to the old cemetery.
We're gonna have to exit the crypt, I think. Because as of now, there's nothing conclusive. We have to go deeper into the cemetery.
Hold on, Kate. I need to recall some facts about certain famous people buried in this cemetery.
Matthew Dalrymple, painter of portrait miniatures from Oxford, had 3 younger brothers. Is most definitely not related. William Shaw. Definitely. Archaeologists own a collection from man of British remains was 7 feet tall. This crypt is unnamed. John Bravewell, grandson of Archbishop, Governor of Jamaica, had lush whiskers, but is in no way related to whom we are after. Jeffrey Travers. I can't say I've heard the name being mentioned, or read it being mentioned. Sarasby Ferris Poisonby. Ponsonby. Certainly not. Liam Brennan, no. William Fitzclarence. Killed by an Alpha New Arabic and Chinese explorer. I believe he was related. My goodness. Henry Anthony Evans was shot in a duel, loved gambling, Londoner, architect, yes. Who are we missing? Not Harry Keenan. We're going to need another crypt. My god. This is turning my stomach upside down. Where could this Archibald Irwin? I think that's a man. They all seem to be pointing to one specific crypt. Could it be an unnamed crypt? Could it be this one? No, that seems highly unlikely. No, they seem to be pointing to... Could this be it? No. Is this it? I don't know, it doesn't seem like our crypt. But then again, it is the only crypt being pointed at by all the others. Felled by bullets, scholar of roads, earth-digging giant trampled by feet. Has to be, doesn't it? Oh. Oh, this obviously helps. So it was that crypt after all.
Kate! Kate!
Kate, my dear child. I do not know when you will hear this message, but I do know that one day it will be here. Sherlock Holmes, will you have to understand that he is your worst enemy? But because he so loves to hide behind the mask of his dubious morality, he would never kill you. Holmes, Holmes. I'm certain that he never understood you. I'm sorry for that. I hope you didn't cry too often having him as your father. I trust that you made him cry. Don't distress yourself, my child. I died by his hand. But your questions are over since you now know. You are my daughter. What matters is that you continue my work. Join our cause, you will be the emperors of evil. My Kate, my flesh, before Holmes's eyes and in front of the world. Kate Moriarty has arrived.
Moriarty. You. Kate. Oh no. She knows everything now. Why did it have to be like this? The Dynamics of an Asteroid. Work by Professor James Moriarty.
My observation of the asteroid movement from a telescope led me to the discovery of 2 new stars, which I called Mirak and Adil. Together with other dim stars, they create a marvelous constellation. Its shape reminds me of a dear girl, Caitlin.
Metal star with an extremely precise carving. Young Kate. Father.
We need something here.
That's a ribbon from Kate's hair. That's a ribbon.
From childhood's hour I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passions from common spring. From the same source I have not taken. My sorrow I could not awaken. My heart to joy at the same tone. All I loved alone. Then in my childhood in the dawn of a most stormy life was drawn. From every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold. From the lightning in the sky, as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and a cloud that took the form. When the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my
Kate
view.
met her true father. I need to find Alice. I'll make her speak this time. Professor James Moriarty. And as I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held just ourselves. Immortality.
There's nothing we can do here.
Metal stuff.
Nothing we've missed. Guess we ought to head outside. Or not.
It's blocked from the outside. What? Alice!
Accept your death, you fool!
You witch! Let me out! Free Kate! Come back, witch!
Oh, fourth.
Keep your head, Sherlock. This is the only way to get out of here.
What are these maps? Are they going to help us in any way?
Moriarty must have set up an astronomer's riddle here.
Gonna grab this. Now we have to work out the constellation puzzle. Oh, here's the constellation. Is it? So we need a good centerpiece first of all. If you trace along here, we will find that this is the wrong beginning. As a matter of fact, these are the traces we should look for. Up here. No, wait. But I think if we use these four as a reference, then this is the outline of the actual piece. I'm not sure if there's a specific order we need to draw the constellation in. Oh, okay. But wait, then what? We're going to have to start elsewhere, because this doesn't really feel... Oh, never mind. I think we can still solve it. If we go here, cross down to here, and then to this end. That should be it, I think. Have I missed one? Isn't this the exact constellation? Okay, let's try again. No, it feels like the upper left point is the ending. Unless... I mean, there's not much of an unless regarding that point. But let's call that drawing up here the ending. And try to see if we can somehow wrap up this constellation sequence down here. Connector here and up there. That did the trick. At least getting it wrong wouldn't trigger a death trap. Boy, that would be fatal.
I'll find you.
Seems to be a secret passageway that leads out to...
Watson!
Holmes, she tricked me.
Where's she gone? Watson, where?
I don't know. She left saying that she had to go and see a lady. A Mrs. Destiny?
Madam Destiny, she's a boat.
What?
Over there, Watson! She's abducted Kate!
I can't believe it.
She's a lunatic, Watson! She made a room for her dead father, and now Kate is with her! They're on the boat! Hurry, Watson!
I sense a QTE coming.
Stay here and hold on to the boat, Watson. Kate! Kate! Where are you?
Kate, I'm here. Just jump.
Alice! I'm afraid!
I know, but you'll be all right. Look, it doesn't burn. Come on.
Kate! Oh my God, no!
Go away!
Kate!
I'm a Moriarty! I'm the devil's daughter! I'm good! I'm a monster!
What? There is no curse, Kate!
Yes! That's why you've always lied to me!
I only lied in order to protect you!
You're still so young, my God! Ask Watson!
I was lied to all of my life! Do you have any idea how that feels?
No, Kate! I know what evil is. You have a good heart.
Yes, he knows. Nothing can change fate. Listen! He allowed George Hurst to kill Lord Marsh, who was already condemned to death by tuberculosis.
But this isn't your life. You have me.
You? You sent me away! When I'm home, we fight all the time! You're ashamed of me!
No! No. It's me, Kate. I never learned patience. My own father was the same with me.
It isn't possible to escape destiny! The Rasco gang didn't. Holmes failed to reveal their murderer. Their death was their destiny, Kate.
Kate, don't listen to her.
And Holmes will be murdered himself. I have foreseen it.
Oh.
I may be killed one day. It's a risk that I take, but my work helps to save other lives.
Really? And albeit? And Percy Fleming? You save lives? No! You enjoy taking lives!
You can't save me either!
Kate, you'll be safe with me. I'll protect you. I care about you.
How could you trust him? He killed your real father, Kate.
Why? Why did you kill him?
Oh God.
Because he was a dangerous criminal, I had no choice.
See? Everything is determined. Remember the signs. Our meeting, the ceremony.
Kate, no. How can this suddenly mean more to you than your childhood?
See? It is time! The next life awaits us!
No, Kate, she would make the boat crash to kill you. She knew that you would hesitate.
I don't care. I don't belong anywhere.
You belong with me, Kate. We're family.
I don't know what I'm doing! Help me!
No! Kate! Kate! Oh, God. Are you all right? She really was the Devil's daughter. Over here! Hurry, the boat's going down!
Daddy, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry too, Kate.
My goodness. And that's that. We even got the platinum trophy. that'll be that. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I have. It was actually quite a couple of steps up from Crimes and Punishments. And I must say, if they make any more of these, which they probably will, because I doubt this was the last one. Although, who knows, you know. I just think it's such a great game. As a Sherlock Holmes game, this may have even been peak Sherlock Holmes. So yeah, I've enjoyed it, hope you did as well. I might be playing a little Assassin's Creed on stream later. Unity, just basically going over maybe some collectibles, just for the heck of it. And tomorrow we'll do some serious Assassin's Creed Unity story. But as for now, I'm gonna get some lunch. I got some food in my belly. This was Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter. And next week I think we'll be playing more Assassin's Creed Unity. I'm not 100% sure. But all the same, I wish you all a good day, good morning, good night wherever you live. I will probably catch some people of you on stream later on. And if not, I wish you a happy goodbye. And we'll be seeing you later. Goodbye, stay safe, brush your teeth, and love your daughters. And sons, obviously. Let's not forget about our children of the male sex. Anyway, see you later guys, have a good one. Goodbye.